of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Oh,
This little light of mine,
this little light of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Yeah.
This little light of mine,
This little light of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Little light of mine,
Oh,
I'm gonna let it shine.
yeah.
Let it shine.
Shine, 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 shine. Let it shine.
Everywhere I go,
Everywhere I go, yeah.
I'm gonna let it shine. I got to let it shine. Everywhere I go,
Everywhere I go, yeah.
gonna let it shine.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Everywhere I go, come on and let it. I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine.
Down the road,
All down the road. Come on and go with me. I'm gonna let it shine.
oh, down the road.
All down the road. Come on and go with me. I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine, shine.
All down the road. All down the road. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it
All right. I hope you are letting yourselves shine on this morning. As you come in and get situated, just a few little reminders. You'll be on mute for most, but not all of the service. We don't want you to mute your outreach to one another, though. So please use the chat box throughout our service today to continue your connections with one another. Alethea Marti is our chat box greeter today. Thank you so much, Alethea. And as always, if the internet fails, our spirits are not failing. Just hang on tight and we will continue on. So come into this online space of hope and love, of peace and justice, of wholeness and healing. Come in where we welcome the certain and the seeking, the lifers and the newcomers, the beloved and the brokenhearted. All of you can find a home here at Throop, where we go love the world from the heart of Pasadena and from the very heart of our homes. Welcome in on this first Sunday of December. This month at Throop, we seek wisdom and inspiration for so many of the world religions and traditions that honor the gifts of darkness, as well as anticipate the slow return of the light. This year, we welcome this season when many of us feel just the loneliness of fear, the invisibility of whatever the next step is, and just anxiety for the health and well-being of our loved ones and even of ourselves. We long for joyful moments and we long for good news to return. We believe in the loving and steady breath of life, helping us to shine on when the world is giving us so much. As much as you are possible, try to set aside any outside distractions and slowly begin to turn toward one another as we move across the threshold into our sacred space together.
Good morning, beloveds. Tara asked me to share some words for our chalice lighting this morning. And so I have chosen Spilling the Light from Spilling the Light by Reverend Teresa I. Soto. Some people are used to keeping rules. Don't cross the street when the light is red. Only sensible. It turns out that keeping rules isn't the same as keeping covenant, which asks us, instead of keeping a bright line, to keep our promises. To what have we promised ourselves? To this moment in time and place, to this community, and even tenderly interconnected this planet. We promise ourselves to the idea that we are each and all human beings. We promise that there is something moving between us that we cannot tame and cannot measure. The chalice is a reminder that what flame we keep inside us cannot light the way. The light must spill to shine. The thing you must be is yourself, unadulterated, shedding the willingness to journey alone as though you are made of something hard and unforgivable. You are human. You belong right here, right now, and together we will chase away the sickness, the secrets, and leave only the open possibility that this future is a space for growth. And if you all will give me just a moment, I'm going to light the 3 candles, and then we will honor our ancestors and the land that we are upon or that we occupy. Whew, thank you. Our time together in worship is intimately connected with our daily lives. As a symbol of that connection, we light these three flames this morning. We light our home chalices in a spirit of love, hope, and peace with these words. May this season usher in unexpected gifts, love in our hearts, joy in our friendships, hope for the future, and peace in the world. We lit a second candle to honor the people and ancestors whose lands we now occupy. The land under and around Throop was once and still is the home of the Tongva people. May this knowledge and awareness lead us into seeking justice and equity for all. The third candle we lit symbolizes our hope in bearing witness to injustices in the world. We take a moment of silence, holding all of these in our hearts.
Thank you so much, Matthew. And as we continue to turn toward one another in this space, this is an opportunity for you to use the chat box to welcome one another. Alethea has already done such a good job of saying hello and good morning or good afternoon to all of us. I'm going to put my screen in gallery mode so I can see all of your faces, and I am waving at you. Good morning, mwah, and blowing kisses, hugs, all those wonderful things we do to connect with one another. It's great to see you. And Megan and the rest of the Brooks family is telling us a good morning. Paula Trubisky wishes us good morning. I see Greenie waving from her screen all the way over in West Virginia, and Toby and Tex are probably curled around her feet somewhere, just out of screen view. Terry is saying hello from her cameraless desktop. Terry, how did you get so lucky to get rid of your camera? Wow. Pat and Emmett say good morning. Happy to be with all of us. Well, as you continue to be together in our Zoom space, please do reach out to one another. And as always, if there is a name or a face on the screen that is new to you, reach out and give them a warm Throop online welcome today. Words that serve as connecting thread for us at Throop are the words to our promise to our planet. And we say those together today, grounding us in our commitment to earth care and people care and justice for all. As you're able, please unmute yourselves.
The members of the family of living on earth, we are guided by
the Unitarian Universalist principle of respect for the independent web of all existence, which we are a part. With hearts filled with love for it, eyes nurtured by its beauty, and minds ruminating ways to protect its sacred, scarce resources.
we promise to nurture the well-being
of all life
and
of the planet itself.
And we turn now toward Paula Trubisky, who offers us this morning's reading.
Everybody, I have a reading by Bernadette Burns. For the joyful, may jubilant songs echo in our hearts well beyond fading memories. For the sorrowful, may gentle songs of solace bring lasting healing to our hearts and minds. For the angry, may we join our voices together in songs of protest and hope. For the mindful, may we sing the praises of Earth's beauty and honor the unique songs of all beings. For all of us here in our community and our world, may we sing to the morning and evening stars as they guide us on our journey.
I believe in the sun. I believe in the sun, even when it's not shining.
I believe in the sun. I believe in the sun, even when it's not shining. I believe in the sun. I believe in the sun, even when it's not shining.
As we continue to just turn our attention, turn our hearts and our focus toward one another, we'll enjoy a few moments of stillness together in a spirit of prayer. So as you feel comfortable, I invite you to either place your hands just out in front of you or just gently on your heart, just as a way to connect either just with your body or the space around you. And again, as you feel comfortable, to either soften your gaze or gently close your eyes. Take a gentle just breath in, really paying attention to it. Exhale just as gently, really feeling the air move out of your body. If you can imagine either your energy turned towards your own self just a little bit more, if you are feeling the need of a greater embrace right now, or imagine your energy moving out from you if you have energy to spare this morning. Breath of life and love. May we be nourished in this time of growing darkness. Like seeds that need time tucked away under the soil, we too are sustained in times of quiet and stillness. In this stillness, we offer thanks for the glimpses we catch of deeper hope, deeper joy. Even in the midst of these times that bring us fear or challenge or struggle, we want to feel this connection so that we can have the flame of joy reignited within us and to let that shine out into the world. We come into this space not as individuals, not as just us, but all of us have circles of care and concern beyond just this group. And this morning, if you are holding in your heart and mind the name of someone who needs some loving energy, who needs a Throop virtual embrace, please write their name in the chat box. And all of us, I'll encourage us to send our own prayer or thought or toss our energy toward these names that surely are a part of our circle of care. Susan lifts up Nick, her son. Frances lifts up Richard Maison. Kim invites us to hold her and her daughter, Celeste. Chris lifts up Louis Rodriguez and his daughter, Vanessa, and their whole extended family, and we hope for their healing. Jonathan lifts up his friend Nicole, who is going through a difficult time. Garrison lets us know that Craig B needs his caregivers and his friends to be strong and safe. And lifts up longtime Throop member and friend Wayne Snively. And Sky says her inner child, Sky, who is learning to trust and feel love. Karina asks that we lift her up. Megan shares her grandfather, Michael. Laura names Carl, Charlene, and Maddie. Frances hopes that all caregivers can be strong and safe. And we know that right now, those who are on the front lines with medical care need all of the healing energy and strength and support we can send. Rini lifts up Janelle and Sean, and Frances lifts up her friends, the Ryans. For all of these names that have been shared and all of the names and loved ones who are alive in our hearts, but whose names weren't shared, we do send out all of our love, healing energy, and hope for their health and well-being. For all that is our life, we give our thanks and praise. Amen. Thank you, Chris. This time of year is puzzling for me. Last night, as I prepped today's service, I sat under the glow of our solstice tree looking at my Throop luminary candle. My husband, Rabbi Jonathan, was in the other room and I could hear him leading the Jewish Havdalah service. We're trying to figure out how many latkes to order for our Hanukkah, how many potatoes to order for our Hanukkah latkes. And I had one of my computer tabs open with the Throop Christmas Eve service on it, and another tab open that was giving directions about how to do a multiple person Christmas Eve candle lighting video. We clearly do all the winter holidays over here. Puzzling, right? Each year in the bleak midwinter, we immerse ourselves in ancient stories. We surround ourselves with sparkle and glitter and lights, and we let them weave their magic spell, touching our hearts with wonder, reminding us that love is born again. This past many months, we have all been figuring out how to make our way through this global pandemic, how to keep our emotional health mostly intact, how to stay connected with each other, with ourselves, with the breath of life and love, And as the evenings have lengthened and we've had to spend more time indoors, I've noticed some common threads with your social media post. I have noticed that there is a love of puzzles among this group. I have seen you all with pictures of your jigsaw puzzles, some of them all white. How in the world did you figure out where those pieces went? Some of you with round shaped puzzles, all of them so beautiful. And your sense of accomplishment, I could feel it as you sent in that picture with your last piece placed. I've seen you with crossword and Sudoku puzzles, your online games, and whether it's pictures or letters or numbers, or even musical notes or mysteries to solve. Putting together disparate pieces to make a whole has brought us some peace and joy in these last few months. For those of you who are puzzlers among us, do you have a favorite? If you do, you can put it in the chat. And yes, I did just say murder, everybody. Somebody sent me that in the chat as a private message. So Paula loves puzzles. Terry mentions her polar bears. Yes, that was the almost all white puzzle I was remembering. Kim loves Sudoku. Francis sent me a note that you cannot have too many latkes. Amen. Fried potatoes, yes. Sky's puzzle is matching plants, succulents, and cacti to thrift store pots and cute things. Oh, and Pat and Emmett, crossword puzzles, morning, noon, and night. You can continue to share your favorite puzzle in the chat if you want. I love jigsaw puzzles, but I have 2 cats and they will not leave the puzzle pieces on the table. So I had to forget that. But one of my deep relaxation activities is a New York Times crossword. It is a Monday crossword puzzle. This one says they're easy peasy and they're supposed to be more relaxing. At the end of a long day, I love nothing more than opening up one of these books and letting my mind focus on the connections between the words. Now, there are real health benefits to puzzles of all kinds. And after the service, if you want to Google puzzles, COVID, health benefits, you'll discover not only has the United States at least been in a puzzle mania since March, but they do indeed help us practice mindfulness, bringing conscious attention to this task and the present moment. Puzzles have been described as mental yoga, challenging and relaxing at the same time. Will Shortz, New York Times crossword editor and NPR puzzle master, says solving crosswords eliminates worries. They make you a calmer and more focused person. My focus should be laser sharp by now. It's possible to let everything else slip away as we move the pieces around the table or scribble the words in the boxes. We've hit another very serious time in the pandemic. Safer at home orders are tightening. And this week, when Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti made an announcement about the new orders, he noted the choices in front of us. He said we have the choice of health or sickness, care or apathy, life or death. And the stark dichotomy and his choice of words reminded me of the structure of crossword puzzles. how completely unrelated and contradictory words intersect with one another. Now, in the puzzle I'm working on today, tensions and orange rind, valid and Mindy, rains and echo have all intersected. And this isn't so unlike our lives since last March. We're living with unrelated and contradictory things that intersect one another. Socializing and distancing, church services and computer screens, practicing gratitude and dealing with despair. This year has been hard on all of us. We miss each other's physical presence. We miss live music and performances. We miss family who are far away, and some are missing out on work. And each week brings us new reminders that even though the pandemic impacts everyone, the resources available are terribly uneven. Some communities are hit so much harder than others. We give thanks for what we do have, and we carry sorrow. With crossword puzzles, the level of complexity is correlated to the day of the week. The simplest clues are offered with the Monday puzzle, and the most obscure or difficult are on Saturday. As we enter into this holiday season, it seems like our lives are like a Saturday crossword puzzle. In the 2006 documentary Wordplay, which explores the world of crossword puzzles, many people are interviewed, and one couple interviewed was the Clintons. And Hillary comments that even with the very hardest of puzzles, she figured out that if she could discover just one answer, that sure enough, that would start her on a path toward figuring out all the rest. As we look toward this December, this season of light and so many observances, is there one thing you can do to give this time some spiritual significance, to help you shine on toward 2021? I'm lighting my Throop luminary each night between 5 and 6. These don't have to be fancy. Mine's an electric candle and a white paper bag. And you can light any candle you have around your place. Doing this helps me feel connected to each one of you. Maybe you can revisit favorite carols. Maybe you can bake that one special holiday item. Maybe you can fry up a pan of latkes this Thursday night. Whatever it is, may it help you hold all that is your life, allowing your heart to open and bring in more hope, more joy, more peace, more love. May it be so.
Hello, you family. I'm going to sing a song with you called Shine on Me. It's an amazing spiritual that anybody can sing. And in these days when the things that we're dealing with, the feeling separate and all of that, and things seem so hard, this is one of those songs that you just throw your head back, put it in your medicine kit, All you have to do is ask. And here's how it goes. Shine on me, oh shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me, oh shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Lift me up, oh, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up, oh, lift me up. Yes, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up. Oh, hold me close. Yes, hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse hold me close. Yes, hold me close. Oh, hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse, please hold me close. Oh, shine on me, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Oh, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on All you have to do is just ask. The light is always there. Always. Always. Oh, yeah.
Thank you for all the ways you contribute to Throop so that we can continue to shine our Throop light onto each other, to our neighborhood, and to the world. For those of you who are able, please continue to financially support Throop. You can donate online, you can text to give, you can send in a check. We'll drop those links in the chat box in just a few moments. Each week, so many of you shine your light into our online worship service. Today, many thanks go to Alethea for being our chat box greeter, Matthew for running tech and offering our chalice lighting. Thank you, Paula, for sharing the reading today. And Chris Maldonado, thank you always for lifting us up through your beautiful gift of music. We now turn toward saying our words of gratitude with each other. For the ministries of the
Of the
church
church and our community, we
We
bless our
bless our
offering with love
offering
and
with
hope.
love and hope.
always love hearing your voices. If you lit a chalice or a candle, we now extinguish that flame. but we carry its light with us in all that we do. Please continue to share your light with the Throop community in the days to come. You can check Tidings and our Facebook page for programs, events, and activities. Next Saturday between 10 and noon, we are having a Season of Light winter holiday celebration bag pickup. It will be done safely, drive-through style in the Throop parking lot. So please, as you are able, get your celebration bag. And if you're someone who really needs to stay at home, let me know and we will discover ways to get your celebration bag safely to you. And really don't be shy about reaching out about that. In the midst of a world that is full of so many puzzling things, may our hearts be continued to be filled with joy and love of one another. I love you all. Go out and live the world safely. Amen and blessed be.